recording, because on Saturday's lecture I think I forgot to turn on the recording. Then I cannot provide you with the link of the recorded lecture. Okay, so if in case in future lectures I have not turned on the recording, just remind me. So for example, you look at this diagram that I have drawn here. Okay, this is like a stack. Okay, so when you have a stack, you can do insertions and deletions from the same end. So suppose this is the end. Okay, you can do insertions as well as deletions from the same end, and this end from which you can do insertions and deletions is known as the top of the stack. Okay, so the end from which you can do insertion and deletion is known as the top of the stack. So two operations can be performed on the stack. The first one is the push operation. Okay. Push means you're going to insert elements into the stack, and the second operation that you can perform is the pop. So pop means you can remove elements from the stack. So basically there are just only two functions. Besides that, you can do display of the stack and all, but those are minor operations. The two major operations that you can perform are push, insert element, pop, in other words, delete element. Okay. So a speciality of a stack is the element that is inserted first is the last one to be deleted. So in other words, your stack is known as a last in, first out data structure. Last in, first out. Remember this word, LIFO in short. Last in, first out. Okay. The element to go last inside the stack is the first to be deleted. So I'll show you with an example. Okay. So till here, does anyone have any doubts? Any doubts till here? What I just told? Okay, then we'll proceed with the example of stacks. Okay, I'll show you how the insert and the delete of the stack works. So henceforth we'll be referring to push and pop. Okay, I will not be referring to it as insert and delete. So let's just take this example. You can write down on your notebooks. Okay, so if you're having a notebook with you, you take down this. Consider a stack of size 5. Consider a stack of size 5. Perform the following operations on the stack. Okay, return, then copy. Push 45, comma, push 5. So basically copy this row that I've highlighted in that order. Push 45, push 5, push 60, push 90, push 98, push 415, push 100, push 2. After that, then write down pop 6 times. Then write down pop 6 times like this. Pop each between each pop there should be a comma. So write down pop 6 times. You need not write on separate lines. Okay, you can continue. After you write pop 6 times, then again put a comma, right? Push 78, push 44, push 22, push 129, push 312. Okay, everyone is written. Okay, I'll show you now how the stack operations work. Okay, it's pretty simple. So initially your stack will be empty. So basically your stack can be implemented in two ways, using arrays, okay, using an array, or using linked list. Okay, so what we are studying right now is using arrays. The concept of stack for both is the same, but it can be implemented in two ways, and the operations that can be performed are also the same, push and pop. So initially your stack, we are now implementing a stack using array. So initially your stack will be empty. So you have to draw, since the size is given as 5, okay, the size is given of your stack is given as 5. I've drawn here array starting with index 0 and all the way till index 4. So all this total is 5. Okay, so initially your stack will be empty. So you can write here empty, initially empty. So in the next step, okay, you have to draw this again. So you will start with this first one. So you're going to push. So you're going to write here push 45. Now when you push, initially your stack is empty. That time the value of your top of the stack pointer will be equal to -1. Okay, so there will be a pointer top of the stack. So that pointer value will be initially, it's a variable. It's not a pointer as such. It's not a pointer variable. It's just a normal integer variable. Okay. So the initial value will be equal to -1. So when I push, I increment the value of top of the stack by +1. So when I increment top of the stack by 1, -1 plus 1 will become equal to 0. So hence top of the stack will come here to the index 0. Okay, this index. I'll just write top of the stack here. Initially it was -1. When I increment it, top of the stack, -1 plus 1, the value of it will become 0. Okay, so hence top of the stack is here. Now top of the stack is at this index 0 of the array. That means wherever you push this value will get inserted here. When I push 45, 45 will get inserted in this row at this index. Okay, got it? Next time again I'm going to insert. So you have to draw this, every step you have to show. So I will just paste here. Next I'm inserting 5. So when I'm inserting 5, again you increment your top of the stack. The top of the stack now will be at index 1. Okay, so I'll write it here. So when it is incremented, wherever it is pointing, there your element value will be inserted. So 5 will get inserted here. Okay, so similarly you are going to do the insertions for the remaining tree. Do up to here, do next tree 60, 90, 98. On your books, can you do it first? Do these three insertions 60, 90, 98. To draw this diagram again. When you insert 60, you will get here like this. Step by step, you have to keep showing all the steps. Okay, don't do it on one diagram itself. Next one you are going to insert is 90. Increment your top of the stack. Insert the value. Any doubts still here? Next you will insert 98. Increment of the stack. Insert 98. Okay, so we have done till here these insertions. I'll just highlight it in red. We have finished till here. Just come to the chat. Is anyone having any doubts till now how we have done the insertion? Basically, push involves two steps. Increment the top of the stack. Next is insert the value wherever your top of the stack is present. So basically your push is just these two steps. Now, okay, if you look here now, there is one more push here, push 415. Now, as you can see, your stack is become full, your array is become full. Okay, if I try to push 415, this 415 now, there is no place for it. Such a situation, when you try to push more elements onto the stack, when the stack is full, that time that is known as stack overflow. So that condition is known as stack overflow. So when your stack is full, I'm repeating it again, when your stack is full and you try to insert or push more elements, that time it is known as stack overflow condition. So here you have to show it, but in your books, so you will show it something like this. We'll say push 415. Okay, but you cannot insert it. Cannot insert it. Just remove these commas. Okay, when I'm pasting it, those commas are coming. So here you will write. You cannot push it onto the stack. So you will write in your that it is a stack overflow. You cannot insert it. You have to write that it is a stack overflow. So the contents of the stack does not change. It remains the same. Similarly, for the next one, when you try to push 100, what will happen? Can you type in the chat? When you try to push the next element 100, what will happen? Yes, stack overflow, correct. It will be a stack overflow, correct. Please draw it on your books. So draw it again. You have to draw it again. So remember, you have to show each step. Okay. So this will be push 100, which will be again a overflow. The contents of the stack does not change. And the last one on this row is push 2. Again, when you push 2, again you will get a stack overflow. Now when you push 2, you will again get a stack overflow. So till here, has everyone understood? Any doubts till here? So again, I'll just scroll from the start till the end of this row. Okay, what we have done. If you have any doubts in any of the steps, you just let me know. So initially, our top of the stack was -1. Okay, so first push we did, top of the stack becomes 0. So because you are incrementing it, so when you increment it, -1 + 1 = 0. So whatever value gets inserted is at index 0. Next time again in increment, so 0 plus 1, top of the stack is 1. So you insert at index 1, so it will become 5 gets inserted at index 1. And so on, you keep going till this last 3 pushes result in stack overflow. Okay. So I'll just copy this and we'll do the pop now. When you're doing your pop, so next operation, so we are finished till here. Okay, the first row we have finished. Now I start with pop. So when you do pop, again there are 2 steps. First, delete the value. Delete value present at top of the stack. Okay, and then decrement top of the stack. There are 2 steps in pop. So when I start with my pops, as you can see here, there are now 6 continuous pops. Okay, so I will start with the pop. When I start with pop, I first delete the topmost element. Why topmost element? Because top of the stack is present there. So I delete the value, like I've written here. I delete the value present at the top of the stack. I delete this value, okay, present at top of the stack. And second step of pop is decrement top of the stack. So I decrement it. So 4 minus 1, decrement means you decrease this value. So 4 minus 1 is 3. So top of the stack is now present at 3. Okay. So like this you have to show all the pops. So can you try in your books? Can you try in your books? You have to do another 5 pops because there are a total of 6. Next time when you pop, okay, this value gets deleted, the top of the stack gets incremented down. The third time, again this gets deleted, top of the stack goes down. Okay, see, now we have done 3 pops. Okay, so the result of 3 pops is like this. 3 values have got deleted. Fourth time when I pop, this value will get deleted, top of the stack will get decremented. Delete the value, decrement top of the stack. Fifth time I do it, this value will get deleted and top of the stack gets decremented. When you decrement 0 minus 1, so top of the stack value will become equal to minus 1 now. Top of the stack is equal to minus 1. Okay, you can just note it down like this. When you decrement it beyond 0, top of the stack becomes equal to minus 1. We are done now, see, 5 pops. When you did 5 pops, your stack becomes empty because the size of the stack was 5. But we are not done with pop. We are done only 5 pops. We have to do another pop, 6th one. So when we do a 6th pop, there is nothing to delete in the stack. Okay, there is nothing to delete from the stack. So if you have seen the video, there is nothing to delete from the stack and you still try to pop. What is that condition known as? Can you all write in the chat? When you try to delete from the stack and there is nothing to be deleted, what is that condition known as? Yes, correct. It is known as stack underflow. So this situation, when you are trying to pop from an empty stack, that is known as stack underflow. So you can just write here, it is a stack underflow condition. So we are trying to pop from an empty stack. So here it results in stack underflow. So now we have come across two important terms: stack overflow, that is when you try to push into a stack that is full, and stack underflow, that is you are trying to delete element from a stack which is empty. When they are already empty, you cannot delete anything. Okay, now your problem is not over. We have done only till here. So again in your next line there are 5 more pushes. Can you do? I think if you have understood, then again you have to continue from here, continue from this diagram, and you have to do 5 more pushes. You have to push 78, 44, 22, 129 and 312. Can you do this? Push all these elements, show step by step. Please be place your top of the stack properly at the correct index. Do you all want me to do it? You all can manage. Can you write in the chat? Do you all want me to solve and show you? Can you manage? Okay. So your final answer, if you have done it correctly, I'll just write the final answer for you so that you should get this. So you will get so first you push 78, then you push 44, then you push 22, then 129, and then you push 312. So your top of the stack will be present here. Top of the stack is present at the index 4. So this is the index of your array 4, and this is the value at that index. Okay, so I hope you all are getting this answer. Is anyone not getting? If anyone is not getting, you can just type in the chat that you have not managed to get that answer. This is the final answer. Again, this is comprising of 5 steps. I've just shown you in 1 step. Okay, I think you all have got it. Okay. So remember this, all these operations that can be given in any order, and this is a very important question. It's a very simple question, but an important question that comes for your exams. Okay, it can come for up to 8 marks, and you all should not make a mistake. The most common mistake you all will do is, okay, please note it down in your books also. The common mistake that you all do and for which you all lose marks is now, for example, here push 45. You will insert the value correctly, but you will not show this top of the stack. You will not show that variable top of the stack. Showing that variable top of the stack is important. So you can either show it here, okay, you can show it on this side that it is present at 0, or you can show it on the other side, but it has to be shown at some place, either here or there. Okay. So you will forget to put this variable in the steps. The moment you forget to show this variable, then you are not doing one of the 2 steps of push. Then your marks will be cut. Okay. Another thing that you all could do if you are running out of time in the exams is, suppose you all are doing, you can do multiple push operations in one diagram. Obviously, you will not get 8 out of 8, but it is better than leaving that problem. You can do multiple. Now for example, here I did 5 pushes, so I would have written here, for example, I would have written here push 78, I would have written then push 44, and so on all the 5 pushes that I did. Okay, but when you do so many pushes on one diagram, you don't get the marks, because for each step there is marks. But it is better to finish the paper than to leave it. So you can do it like this if you are running out of time. Okay. So in case you'll have understood, then you'll take one more problem. You can solve it quickly. You can solve this problem that I'm giving in 1 or 2 diagrams. It did not show stepwise. Okay, but remember for exams you have to do it stepwise. So take down, push. Consider a stack of size 7. Consider a stack of size 7. Push the following elements. Perform the following operations on the stack. Perform the following operations on the stack. First you will have push 7, comma, push 67, push 45, okay, I'm just typing here. If you can see, I'll just write it down. Otherwise, I'll read it at the end. Okay, so I'll just read it out for those of you who can't see maybe. So push 7, then push 67, push 45, then pop, pop, push 23, pop, push 11, push 44, pop, 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 and push 100. Remember, stack size is 7. You can do it in 1 or 2 steps. Okay, or if you're getting confused, you can do it step by step. Yes, so can you all type your answer that you are getting at the end? If you have finished, you can type your answer. Yes, so now Cheryl, Abhishek, and all those people, Tanay, 100 at what? You have to mention top of the stack is at which index. Okay, now you are mentioning directly 100, that is fine, but you have to mention where is that 100. Okay, yeah, that is correct. So for those of you who have not been able to get, I'll just quickly do it. So first we are doing push 7. Okay, so push 7. So 7 gets inserted here and top of the stack is here. Okay, then I'm doing push 67. So I'm just doing it in one diagram. So when I'm doing push 67, 67 is here, top of the stack is incremented. Then push 45. So 45 is here, top of the stack is incremented, and I'm doing pop. So this gets deleted, top of the stack comes down, and again pop. So this gets deleted, top of the stack comes down. Then push 23. So 23 gets inserted, and this is incremented. Then I'm having pop, delete this, and top of the stack is decremented. Then I'm having push 11 and push 44. So at the end of that, your top of the stack will look like this. And I'm having 3 continuous pops. When I do those 3 continuous pops, at the end of that, all these 3 values will be deleted. Top of the stack value will be equal to the stack will be here at index 0. This will be your final answer in that. Okay, I just did it a little fast, but does anyone have any doubt? Anyone has any doubt? Okay, if you all don't have doubts, I've got your attendance from the Google Meet plugin. Okay, so tomorrow morning we'll meet at 9:30, and I'll be doing a same program on this concept of push and pop using arrays. So I'll show you how to do a program on stacks using push and using arrays. Sorry, using arrays. So tomorrow morning at 9:30. So till then, take care.